A Smile Within is a community-based nonprofit organization. We have compassion for people who have suffered abuse and other types of violence, especially women who have suffered from domestic violence. We work with local dentists in the community who volunteer their services and a network of community leaders. These services go towards providing abused women with the dental care they need but cannot obtain. No one is turned away because they cannot afford care. Individuals who have suffered from violence most commonly suffer injuries in the face, neck, and head areas. As a result, they may have a variety of different teeth problems, causing them to be ashamed to present themselves in public. That's where we come in. We dedicate ourselves to restoring smiles through long-term dental services with the ultimate goal of restoring confidence and self-esteem. There is no internal healing without external restoration. The central idea we want to cultivate is the desire to help another. We wish to promote the practice of loving your neighbor. The process starts with a community leader, identifying a patient in need and writing a letter of referral. After the referral process, we send the patient an application to fill out and evaluate our ability to help. Patients who are successfully matched with a participating dentist are arranged a time to start treatment. They pay only what they can afford. The process ends where patients are asked for their consent to share their testimonies and stories in order to help others. It all started with COVID, which had disrupted every sense of normality in our lives. All extracurricular activities were canceled, and suddenly going to school in person was no longer a thing, as everything was conducted online through Zoom. I was frustrated with how all my expectations for this year were not coming to pass, and I had all this extra time on my hands but nothing to do with it. And so I asked myself, what can I do to make a bad situation better? And so one day I was reading on the news that because of the lockdown, there was a rise in depression, anxiety, and domestic violence because women are forced to stay at home with their abusers. I'd always had a passion for helping out the abused ever since I did a project about sex trafficking in 8th grade. It really opened my eyes to the horrors of this world and how these women's basic human rights were being stripped away. And so I knew this was my chance to create something of value. I've often heard it said in life that one has to play with the cards that they're given. For me, because my dad is a dentist, I'm used to seeing dental magazines and papers sprawled all over the kitchen table. So I've been exposed to this field and am most familiar with it. This dental background was the foundation I was built on, and I will use what I have, including my connections to other dentists, in order to help others. Even before COVID, dental care has been one of the most inaccessible and expensive types of healthcare. COVID has only caused more teeth grinding, toothaches, and cavities. Therefore, an organization dedicated to relieving dental problems is especially crucial. So I combined these two things, my compassion for the abused and my connection to dentistry to form this organization. I've always had a heart to help others, but COVID was a catalyst to this thought and allowed me to put it into action. I do. As a high schooler and a student in general, it has always been frustrating for me to learn all this information and not be able to apply it or help people. COVID has made me rethink education. Instead of going to school to wait for a teacher to teach me things, I can also learn and put my knowledge to test in the real world. That's education too. With my Smile Within, there's a special satisfaction that comes with knowing that what I'm doing is actually making a difference in people's lives. Most people in high school would participate in organizations and events such as Feed My Starving Children, which is amazing, and I did that as well. But my organization allows me to see the impact I've made on individuals on a one-to-one basis. We want to humanize the act of loving your neighbor through face-to-face interactions. I hope to gain an experience on what it is like to use my privileged position to give back to my community. I want to be a blessing to others, and although I know I can't help everyone, I can help some. I don't want to be a victim of COVID, but I want to use COVID as an opportunity to do something good. hope that the organization will certainly grow and expand, and that we will be able to see the impact we've made on the lives of individuals through their personal testimonies. In the bigger picture, we would like to gain legal support so that we can be recognized as a 501c3 nonprofit organization. In this way, we can better fundraise and have the ability of helping a larger range of people. To find out more about this organization, you can visit the My Smile Within website at mysmilewithin.org. There, you will be able to refer a patient, find out more about the application process, and be encouraged by some of the testimonies. You can also make a donation to support our cause. Thank you very much.